Hey girl.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey, hey,
What's up?
girl. Happy motherfucking Friday.
Happy Friday. How are you?
I'm cool. How are you?
I'm great. I'm wonderful. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm so
Absolutely.
excited.
I was like, girl, yes, say less, say less.
You know how it goes. Like us podcasters, we know how it goes. Like last minute shit, you know. So I
Thanks.
appreciate you for being out with me tonight last minute.
No, no worries.
So
None whatsoever.
what's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to Bad Decisions. We're gonna wait for some more people to come in. I'm gonna send this out to some people. Um, I've been off the past 2 days, so since I've been off for work since Tuesday, so I can't really complain.
I've been at work, but not for real, if that makes sense.
You've been working,
I've been work, so like,
working.
you know what? They didn't have me in like meetings and stuff, which, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
Went field trip the other day. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Whatever. I'm accounted for. Y'all know where I'm at. It's better than me hollering down the hall like I usually do. I'm gonna be where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least y'all knew where I was at this time. So thank
Oh
you
man.
much.
Yeah, I hear you. So so this is your second appearance on here. Y'all
Yes.
want to jump on? Jump on. Um, Is your second appearance on here, but last time you was with your co-host. So tell everyone where you're from, what's your name? I already know you, I'm familiar with you, but those that don't know you.
Yes. So I am from Chicago. I'm technically a suburbanite, but it's easy to say Chicago because if you're not from here, you will have no clue what I'm talking about. Um, I am half of the Beers and White Toes podcast. Of course, I am the White Toes. Um, my beard is off doing his shit tonight, so big ups to him though. Yeah, so that's me, Kimberly with a Y. Um,
Don't get it twisted, with a Y, not
with
with an
a
I.
Y, like, yo, do you know how irritating it is to have my ID sitting in front of people and they still spell my name wrong?
Because that's just the standard way of spelling Kimberly.
I
So it's,
know, but
you
I'm
know,
not standard. So
that's right, honey.
I'm
Let
gonna
them
need them to get
know.
it together. Like, read, it's right there in front of you. I was doing something the other day. I don't even remember what, and he had my paperwork. He was like, "I see us with the Y. Thank you. Yes, it absolutely is. Yes.
You know, I work in healthcare, and most of the time I'm like on the phones answering calls and making calls. So, you know, someone will say like, I'm like, what's your name? And I have gotten the name Kimberly, and they're like, Kimberly. And I always make sure that I'm like with an I or with a Y. Was
Yes.
Kimberly, was freaking Kathy. I'm like, Kathy C or with a K. And
Look,
they, yeah, you don't know,
it makes a
whatever.
difference. Like, stop spelling my name wrong, man. It's there in front of you. Come on, come on.
Mm-hmm. For real. And your episodes. You guys drop episodes. Oh, I see your co-host in here. What's good, boo?
I see them.
Yeah. So you guys drop
The
your
beard.
episodes. If you
So
guys have visuals.
yes, here's the thing though. We have kind of been like on break. So let me tell you this, Haiti, I fuck with you. Like for
Thank
real.
you. Thank
Because
you. Likewise.
thi- look, this is like the first appearance, if you will, in a nice little minute.
Hmm.
We have not been on camera. We have not filmed. We have not recorded since April.
Okay.
But we are still very active. We are still doing some other things. We took the time, we became a sponsor for like the dopest music show in Chicago, Live
I
Music.
peeped that.
Yes, oh my God.
Hmm.
Whew, that whole TikTok, we had a time last night, baby. Every time we go to that show. Okay.
Hmm.
We just came back from Philly a couple of weeks ago, almost about three and a half weeks ago.
Yeah.
We spoke at the Afros and Audio Podcast Festival, which was super dope. Like, oh my God, an amazing time and experience. We actually came in contact with Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So, been rocking with Leo, met a whole bunch of dope people. Fell in love with Philly. Planning to go back real soon once all that snow and shit melts and goes away.
Yeah, once the winter
Yeah,
passes, you're able to visit,
yeah, because
over here.
Sam was like, yeah, we can go back. So I'm like, I ain't going nowhere where the weather is the same as here.
Mm-hmm.
We
Right. It makes
could
no
go when
sense.
it's right, when the weather
Yeah,
breaks.
he had hit me up. I remember Sam hit me up and told me that you guys were going to be in Philly, and I'm like, damn, like it's difficult because my weekends they alternate. I have to work certain weekends, so it kind
Yeah,
of it kind of sucks when someone's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Jersey, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there, and I'm like, damn, like I work in the Bronx, so the commute is a big pain in the ass, but
like, yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
be at
for the
work.
most part. So for the most part, when you guys come back this way, definitely gotta let me know ahead of time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So Thanksgiving is 1 week away. Do you have any plans? Any Thanksgiving plans? What's your favorite dish? You visit family? What do you do?
We're gonna go to NY and see her. We're
No.
going. We just not going while it's snowing.
Like you say, see, oh, I thought you said for Thanksgiving. I'm like, no way. Oh, he's
Look,
gonna, yeah, of
he ain't
course.
look. Let me tell you something. We saw what was going on, and what is that? Buffalo.
What happened in Buffalo?
I was like, the snow or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But Buffalo
I was,
is way up north. Like that's upstate. That's the burbs.
okay,
Buffalo is
okay.
like Buffalo's maybe like 5 hours away from New York
Oh
City,
shit.
like
Okay,
4 or 5
okay,
hours. Yeah, correct me if I'm
okay.
wrong. Any New Yorkers in the chat, but yeah,
Look,
it's
I was
about
about to
like
say,
four or
look,
five
look.
hours.
I'm
No,
showing.
but
I ain't
it's
never been,
definitely yeah. No, it's
but now,
definitely not like not around here. But
okay.
yeah. So Thanksgiving, what are your plans?
Thanksgiving. So I'm actually chilling Thanksgiving. We just it's gonna be real small. I'm gonna cook. I think I'm gonna have some help. I think. It's
Hmm.
gonna be real small. You know, I got kids, but they gonna be with their people, and I am fine with that. I am not that
Hmm.
mother. Oh, my babies have to be with. I love y'all. Y'all have another side of the family too. We're good. I'll see y'all. So I'm chilling. Like I'm looking forward to the break more than anything.
Hmm.
Like 2 days of work next week and then off for, the rest of the weekend. I'm just looking forward to that. Like Christmas tree is up already.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to chill. I
So
know
since you're
we
gonna
we
have
got
this a
some.
long time, this chill time,
Yes.
you plan to
Yes.
get
Like
you plan to get stuffed? Anything like that? You
here's
making
the
any
thing.
plans too?
Here's the thing. I don't really be planning stuff. Stuff just be happening.
Um,
And I'm here for it though. I'm here for all the bullshit. I'm here for all the foolishness. I'm here for every bad decision. Okay.
yes, and
I
that's
am
what I
here
love.
for it.
That's what I love to hear. I feel,
I
at my
am.
big old age, our big old age, like, why do I feel like just like fuck dates are like so, there's so much planning. Like, I miss the times where you could just be like, yo, what's up? Yeah, all right, can I come through? Yeah, hit me, come through, whatever. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. And I
It
don't think that
does.
I'm up for that anymore either. Sometimes it's okay, but just like, you really have to fit people into your schedule.
Cause we be tired. We be
Yes.
tired. Like and
Busy, and then when you're not busy, you're resting. You don't
yes,
want
you
to like
trying to
see
do
people.
everything and it's not gonna work. It exhausts you even more. But I'm gonna say this: that last impromptu one that I had, man, look,
Tell me more.
man, look,
Tell me
I
more.
look. I'm a little bit darker skinned. My cheeks might turn red behind that one. It was definitely on some. I felt like it was like a connection type thing because I was sitting there and it was one of them nights, weekend. I'm drinking. I'm like trying not to be the first. Look, we talked about it. Trying not to be the one to be the first person to say what I want to say.
Okay.
Get that text. I'm like, oh shit, because I really thought it was one of them situations where it's like, this motherfucker ain't finna text me I'm not gonna hear from him again for the rest of the night. I got that. Hey, okay, hey, you reached out first, and now all it's fair game.
Oh my God, when they take really long to reply back, oh, that's the worst.
And you know what? I'm like, I be trying to be cool, but I'll be like, so, because whole time, like, that shit is just like, come on, man, stop playing with me. Like, you already know what it is. Why you playing? Stop playing with me.
So you was waiting to see if he was gonna initiate first, because you didn't want to
Yes.
initiate first, or you just didn't want to seem like you were
So yeah,
thirsty.
so it was one of them things where it's like we were talking throughout the day, and then it just got to the point where I think we might have even said goodnight. And so I'm just sitting there and I'm drinking. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm not finna hear from him again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an hour and a half goes by, and it's like, hey, what you doing? Whatever the fuck you need me to be doing at this point. Like, come, stop with the small talk. Don't even take. At this point, we can already say goodnight. So we both know why you just text me. And let's just say after that, like I said, you spoke first, it's fair game. So I got everything I needed and then some.
Dom said if you fall asleep knowing she was gonna text you to come through, oh my God. I have fallen asleep waiting for somebody to get out of work, and they're texting me or calling me and my damn phone is on silent because I fell asleep with it on silent. They're calling
Hey,
me and texting me like, yo, you still up? I'm on my way. And I wake up in the morning like, fuck.
let me first of all, hold on. Sam, go to hell. I'm sending you to hell. He
Sam said I
definitely
left him on red for like
he
3 years.
did.
Damn.
He did. So hold on. I'm gonna get back to him in 2.5 seconds, but he did. But no, as far as that, I make sure when I know it's gonna be like a late night, like all right, he's working, he out doing whatever. I'm turning my sound on just in case. I literally sleep with my phone in my hand. I need to feel that vibration. I need to hear because we're not gonna miss this. Like, cause like you said,
Oh.
all the planning and shit that has to go into this.
I
But
know, I know. It just happened like a few times. That's why if it's like a guy that I'm like super like we fucking with each other heavy on some
mm-hmm.
shit, like we on that level, I just be like, when you get out, just come to my house. Like just come to my house, knock on
Don't
like
even call
but
me.
not
Just come
yeah,
on.
don't even
Just
call
come
me, just
on.
come. Like knocking at the door, the bell, like it'll wake me up. You know what I mean? So just knock on the
Bring
door. Like
your
I don't even
ass.
care about that at that point.
Bring your
But it's
ass.
gotta you gotta be on that level because if not, like no, you need to call me before you come for sure. Like I need to know that you on your way type shit.
And see,
So
and being on that level is important because motherfucker like me, I'll be sitting there and then all of a sudden I change my mind. Like, you know what? Nah, this ain't it. Like,
right.
don't be waiting too long because I will change my mind. Like, and it may be on some impatient shit. It may be on some, who the fuck do you think you are to have me waiting this long?
No, let me give you another one that's worse. Let me give you one that's worse. And I know ladies could relate to this. When you shave, you exfoliate, you dose
Man,
yourself up, you make yourself real delicious and scrumptious, and they never come through.
it's a whole process. That shit is
An
so
entire
disrespectful.
process,
That
and
is
they never
disrespectful.
come through. You stay up waiting, like you might even take. You don't want to seem too thirsty, so you don't even like text and be like, "You still coming? Like, what's good?" You said 11 is 1, so you just be trying to be cool. But when you do all of that and you got some sexy shit on and they don't come through,
It'd be like, you know what? Like I had that look. I had one of my homies. This was some years ago, and she had an appointment. I had an appointment, so she didn't have this. I was definitely younger. We was on some crazy shit. She didn't
mm-hmm.
have time to go like get completely waxed, so she needed her underarms waxed. We in this
Okay.
big boiling wax. We getting her underarms together. We are literally like helping each other get ready for these
Mm-hmm.
appointments. And so she goes on
Friend goes.
like, look, man,
Friend
she
goes.
helping me like get the beds together, changing the sheets, all this shit. We getting everything together for she got her over. She got her spend the night bag because she, you know, she's gonna
Mm.
go. So she go here, go about her business, and that same shit you said just happened. I bet you I never talk to that motherfucker again. reached out, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Ain't nothing you can say because all the time I just put into this preparation. And
Yes, it's the
like that
preparation.
shit is disrespectful. Like, don't waste my time. Don't if you
Highly,
don't
highly
don't
disrespectful.
waste my time. And let me
Mm-hmm.
so look, I'm gonna spin the block real quick. Sam, I'm on your ass. It's wasting time.
Uh-oh.
This motherfucker did leave me on red for 3 years. So we went to the same high school, grew up in the same neighborhood, didn't really know each other, knew of each other, who each other was, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, mind you, Sam had a magazine back in the day. And me being me and just the communications person, all this, I really thought it was dope that a young black
Mm-hmm.
man had, his own magazine and everything. So I went into his DMs. I swear it wasn't no shit, but just I'm like, hey, congratulations, like that's dope. I want to pick your
Mm-hmm.
brain a little bit. So I'm like, yeah, congratulations. You did your own magazine, like this is yours. So he like, yeah, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. So it's a little small talk, right? So then we start talking about. He's like, did you go to Hillcrest, our high school? I'm like, yeah, I came out in '05. He's like, oh, I'm '06. I'm like, oh, so my cousin. Like, it's a whole little. Okay, we gonna see where we know
Mm-hmm.
each other from. So I'm like, all right, so we get back to the magazine. So he was like, well, appreciate the support. Like, stay tuned to the website for recent events, blah, blah, blah. So I asked something. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, like, Instagram will tell you the person read it. This motherfucker just never said anything back.
He read it and just never replied.
He left me
Man.
on red. And mind you, it wasn't even on no BS. It was on some. So at that point, I'm like, well, fuck you then, you rude motherfucker. Like, so fast forward to 2020 when
Mm-hmm.
we reconnected. We just, like I said, we reconnected
Small
via
talk.
Snapchat and a Martin episode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We talking. So then we go on Instagram. Instagram keeps your messages until you delete them or some shit.
Yeah.
I go, or you keep sending them and they, erase. I go to send him something on Instagram and that conversation comes up from like 3 years prior. And I'm like, hold the fuck on. And I got in his ass. I said, look, your life could have been so much better had you just kept it cool then. You had some and go through
Oh.
bullshit because you was being rude and arrogant.
But do you read his justification? He said he forgot to his send.
No, the fuck he did.
He forgot to his send.
So
In
okay,
all fairness, though,
nah,
I'm
nah,
neutral. But
nah,
that has
nah.
happened to me. That has
Mm-mm,
happened to me where I forget to his send. Just saying, Kim.
mm-mm,
Just
mm-mm.
saying.
And you know what's crazy? So now I know you were saying, oh, there it is, because my comments had stopped. At first, I couldn't see it. So
All right, so let me go back a
I'm
little bit.
catch.
Dom
I'm
said, I
looking. Look,
miss
I'm
those
catching
days.
up now.
I leave the keys under the plant for you to come in, wake her up with some dick.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Leave the key under the mat.
I had good
I had
intentions.
good
You
intentions. At
clean.
least you clean. You get once to mess that up. If I get smexy and shave, man, and pull out the hood drink and you don't show up, done.
It's a wrap. I never talked to that motherfucker
Hey,
again.
Donnie.
And
Listen.
you are treacherous. You did not forget to hit sin. That is
That
bullshit.
definitely has happened to me though, like in the DMs, like somebody will hit me up, and it's because like I be trying to do 20 things at once. So I read the message, like let's say for example, I'm at work, like I'll read it, then I start doing something else, and then I totally forget. And then
Hey,
sometimes I'll randomly just go through my DMs just to see who I haven't answered. And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't this
hey,
person wrote to me 3 days ago.
hey, we not finna do this. And we not bring your ass back, motherfucker, because I know what that does. So wait.
I'm
And
just
so
saying it happened.
what is this? Don, I think Don with Ross text. He probably did have a rack of messages and forgot because whole time. That's why, Haiti, I can't go because I'm around this man regularly now, and that phone is in his hand. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I get on look what they say on Friday. Every time I get on Instagram, you on Instagram and
Yeah.
goddamn DMs. Nope.
Queen, is true. That's why I say don't text me. You better call. If you want an immediate answer, it's best to call. if it's a question or it's something that is there's no sense of urgency behind it, just text me. Like I could get to it when I get to it, whatever. But it's best to
Because
call me if you need an answer right now, like within 5 minutes. We say too much,
because
ain't
let
nobody
me
say.
let me do that though. Let me do that. Let me do that. All hell breaks loose. I posted that before. I was like, stay single because at this point I be getting cursed out for taking naps. Like mugs be text like, yo, hey, is this the only ring on my finger and I put it there? Simmer the fuck down. Please and thank you. I was asleep. I'm going to
Yeah,
sleep.
I read some shit today that says nobody's why is your phone louder when you're cheating? Like, why does your phone vibrate louder? Why does it ring loud? Like, why is your phone just louder when you're cheating?
Cause that hey, your ass be looking over your shoulder like shit.
Like,
But
damn, I thought my notifications was off. Why this shit's going off? All
that's why
right.
I just don't cheat. If I get to the point where I gotta cheat, I just leave.
Why y'all dating insecure ass niggas? Listen, sometimes they don't even show those signs in the beginning,
They
Johnny.
look, let me
They
tell
don't
you
even be
something.
showing all of that in the beginning. They show that after you lay it on them, and then all of a sudden, like, where
Yeah,
all these
it is
insecurities came
different.
from? Yeah, it's
Look,
different.
just like they say about us, I saw this TikTok yesterday. It was like when a bitch like you and she like you, cause you first meet her, hey, she got 3 jobs, she got side hustles, she doing all this shit. She like making time, but when she like you, all that shit that disappears, and now she on your ass, and it's like, hey, bitch, what happened to your jobs? Like, how did you? And it'd be like, nah, for real. Like, I don't know. It's just when you get into somebody, you
Mhm.
get a little bit more invested.
Mhm.
But I ain't gonna say that it is some insecure ass people out here. It is.
Mhm.
But it's a difference between being insecure and just being like, hey, you straight. I pay attention, and it be them insecure ass ones that be like, "You sure you asleep? You asleep for that long? But you was just
Yeah.
and it be like, yo, I don't think this gonna work. I don't, this ain't gonna work."
Yeah. That's a perfect segue because I was gonna do a this or that with you, and one of the let's do a this or that, right? That I have a list of for you. And the first one was gonna be, you prefer a man that applies pressure or nonchalant type of dude? And what's apply pressure to you? Like everyone has a different definition of applying pressure. So what is applying pressure? What does that look like for you?
So I'm glad you asked that. I meant to post this the other day and I didn't get a chance to. Quick disclaimer: it is a difference between applying pressure and doing too much.
Okay.
I think I would rather a man apply pressure simply because, baby, if you nonchalant and I'm nonchalant and we both over here looking like we don't give a shit. Okay? I
Yeah.
reciprocate energy. I try not to, but like I don't fake the funk. I stay to myself for the most part because when I'm in some shit, I'm in some shit. Okay.
Right.
So if you gonna act like you don't care, then fuck it. I'm not gonna care. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, applying pressure versus doing too much. Perfect example of doing too much. All right.
Oh my God, Johnny, I can't with you.
Invest with no insecurity. Perfect example of doing too much. And I'm not gonna screenshot it. I'm not gonna say his name. Honestly, I don't remember his name. But it was somebody in my DM. I accidentally deleted the whole conversation. I swear it was an accident. He sent me a message and he's like, real small talk. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. So then next thing he says, first of all, I think he was a scammer. But he's like, do you have iMessage so I can text you? Who the fuck says iMessage? First and foremost, red flag. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, but iMessage absolutely requires my number. So he's like,
Right.
well, yeah, like, let me get your number. I want to get to know you better. What do you mean get to know me better? You don't know me at all. Like, you mean you want to get to
Mhm.
know me? So at that point, I don't know what he was, Johnny. He didn't look it. His name didn't sound it. I don't know. And that makes sense. Like I
Oh
said,
my
dude might have been a
God.
scammer, but it was like, so I kind of, no, this was, nah.
Yo, he's so silly. For
Hey,
real.
I love it. But dude was like, so I kind of stopped responding. And so then it's like, hello, hey. And so now it's just constant messages. And then it was like, good morning, just all of that. Good morning, blah, blah, blah. But clearly
So this
I'm
was in
not,
the span of like a few days.
yeah. But it's
Okay.
like, clearly I'm not saying anything. So like, fall back. And then it was like, he fucking called me through Instagram.
Oh no,
Quickest
that's
way to
a
get
no
blocked.
no.
Quickest way to
Mhm.
get blocked. If you do not have my number to actually pick up the phone and call me, then you don't need
Mhm.
to call me. So yeah,
Absolutely.
he might have been African, Nigerian, whatever, but I feel like that is like an example of doing too much.
Yeah.
Applying pressure to me is just kind of like, hey, I'm feeling you. I want to see where this goes with you. And
Mhm.
I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you, and we going to rock the fuck out. Point blank, period. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be all that extra shit. Like, hey, like, we don't have to talk all day, but just send me a text every now and again. Yo, how's your day going?
Mhm.
Like, you don't, it's a fine line between too much and pressure,
Mhm.
but I think it's more than doable to stay on one side.
Yeah. It is, and it's all on the level of interest too. I believe so, because
Nah, it wasn't, Connie. It wasn't
a
him.
lot of people say like, oh, I'm just like we were saying earlier, oh, I'm super busy, and I get it. People are like super busy, but
Facts.
you make even that small time, like when someone that has two jobs and kids and a side hustle and all these other things, their
Yep.
time is consumed with all of that, right?
Yep.
So when they give you even like one day or one call or one text, that's a lot for them.
That's major.
That's
Like,
major
that's
for someone
major.
who's super busy. And that's on, you have to understand that there's a level of understanding that comes with that.
Yeah, and but you also have to understand too that if that person isn't giving you that, then they more than likely don't
Yeah.
want to. I had a
Yeah.
dude before who, like I said, I got kids. This man wanted a ready-made family. And he couldn't understand why I wasn't inviting him over to have dinner and shit. Cause I don't know you well enough to have you around my kids. And I don't bring just
Mm-hmm.
anybody around my kids. And then furthermore, he got mad because at the time I was in school working full time, single parent, and he's like, I posted something because he was always going on and on like, well, can and I'm like, yo, and I had posted something. I was like, if you want a bitch that's at your every beck and call, like, you deserve a bum bitch. Because literally
Mm-hmm.
that is the only one that is going to be at your every, because she doesn't have anything else going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I will tell him is, and I've told guys this, I literally will make time for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I include you in my shit. It's as
Yeah.
simple as, hey, you know what? I gotta go handle some business. You want to ride with me? Can you drive? Like, it's shit like that. Like, I will. You don't have to ask if I'm there
Mm-hmm.
with you. But
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people don't understand that. Like, I do be busy as hell, but it's please, it's nothing. It's nothing to
Yeah.
make you a part of that if you show me it's worth my time and yours.
Absolutely. Legend says we do not make time for people who are not a priority. Yet you must prove yourself in order for
Fact,
me to fit you in the schedule.
fact.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not
What's
finna
up, boo?
uproot my shit for some random motherfucker that may or may not be gone the next day, or
Mm-hmm.
like, no, that's big facts.
Mm-hmm. I like a guy. I like talking to a guy that has his own shit going on, like his own hustle, his own
Hmm.
ambitions, like his own goals. When we get together, we talking about our goals, our ambitions, like what we got going on. We bounce off each other ideas, like all that
Yeah.
shit is it's a super like turn on for me. You know what I mean? So that's always a plus to
Yeah.
like be surrounded by someone like that, or to even give your time to someone like that. So I would have to say apply pressure as well. Like you said, there's a thin line between applying pressure and just doing too much. So for me, applying pressure is just being consistent. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like just when we have the time, we can talk. If um, you're busy. If I'm busy, we shoot a text. Like we make plans. I'm all about like if I like you, I'm applying pressure. If you like me,
Fact,
then I would expect you to apply
fact.
pressure as well. And it's all on where I'm at in my life. Like if I'm currently I'm
Yep.
not looking for anything, but I don't mind like a friend. I don't mind somebody to hang out with, do shit with, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with it. So next one, are you a fast texter or are you a fast like picking up the call? Do you prefer texting or talking on the phone?
Shit. That was a little bit difficult. Only
Why?
because I like it to the point, because like if I'm doing something and we're texting, I kind of feel bad, but it's like I can respond when I can and give you my full attention. If we're
Mm-hmm.
on the phone and I'm doing something and like we're trying to have a conversation, that's not going to work because I might be distracted by whatever I'm doing. So I think it depends on the situation, because up until like I was a big texter. I was a big texter, and then um, I started dealing with somebody who would pick up the phone and call.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized like, oh shit, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
But I only like it with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a motherfucker who was calling me all day, and I'd be like, what the fuck do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Leave me alone. Stop. Like, I eventually blocked them.
Oh,
But
to call you to talk about nothing. Like they're not even like
don't want
your
a damn
conversation is
thing.
like
Like, you're
okay.
waiting. Like, Haiti, we talked about this before. That is huge for me. Clearly, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
talker.
Mm-hmm. We
You gotta,
podcasters. Like we like to
like,
talk.
shit. Like, you gotta be able to hold a conversation. I don't give a fuck about your truck. I don't give a fuck about the same stuff that you talk about every time you call me. You ain't got shit new to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing. Um, so I think it just depends on who, and it depends on what I'm doing, because there are times when we'll be texting and then it's like as soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'll be like, all right, and I pick up the phone and call.
Yeah. I'm a little of both, depending on the day, depending on the mood. I might be in
Yep.
the mood to talk on the phone. I might not be in the mood to talk on the phone. I'll just text with you. Like it all depends what kind of day I'm having.
Yep.
My job is just mentally exhausting and it's draining. So, and I'm constantly like on the phone. So, like most of the time, I'm just like over it. Like I
Yeah.
don't even want to
I
know
ain't trying to
about.
get back on the damn phone.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. You're the bomb. Yeah. So it all depends. Last one, spicy one. Sex on the first date or head on the first date? Have you ever gotten, which one do you prefer? And have you ever gotten like either or done either or?
If it's the first date, I'm probably gonna
Mm-hmm.
sex. I mean, I don't think it's like shit. One is not any worse than the other, because it is what it is. But I would probably prefer sex on the first date.
Mm-hmm.
And have I done or gotten both?
You
Both.
done, so you done both on the first date?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, so give or receive
Receive.
on the first date? Okay.
Yes. Receive on the first date.
Because I need to know what that throw like before I try to dry as pussy. That's what I was gonna say. Yo, I can't with you. That's what I was gonna say. Like maybe I've never done the whole. I had sex on the first date once ever in my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up being together for like a year.
Look,
But
I was gonna say, the fuck ain't with no.
I had sex on the first date and they just looked around for like a year. All right. Head on the first date I've never done. But I don't know. I would because I feel like men giving head is like a dime a dozen, right? It's a hit or miss. Like I
Yeah,
think I've had more men that don't know how to do it than men who do know how to do it. It's crazy, right?
it is, but it's like an art to it, and a lot of men don't realize that. Like, you can't just go in and just start slurping and shit. It's like, nah, you gotta know where you're going, what you doing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, um,
Yeah. There's like the whole like I don't know if guys on here have do it or have done it, but like the whole teasing before you actually get in
yeah,
there,
yeah.
like the kissing around it and doing everything around that area before actually diving in. Like,
Let me tell y'all, if y'all don't do that, do it. Like, it makes a difference. It's gonna get her to that point where she is going crazy because you are teasing the fuck out of her, and at that point,
Mm-hmm.
just do, like, man, you gonna probably get about 2-3 tongue strokes in before she's done, before she teasing. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Pablo says same with females giving head. I know. I hear about it all the
Yeah.
time from guys. They encounter a lot of women that don't know how to give head. I know. I know. I hear it a lot. I want her to do the Picasso on my dick. You can't with him, yo. I mean, if you go get your papers, it could go down on the first night. Okay.
Hey,
I hear that.
I ain't mad
Safe
at it. I'm
safe
not
sex.
mad
What is
at
it that Lil Wayne said? Safe sex is the best sex.
that.
Better get that latex because you don't want that latex. I
Look,
think I'm latex.
look, and just yo, blame. I'm
I told you before. I
so
blame porn.
porn
False
definitely
representation.
gets.
That is true.
Yes, yes. Especially if it's like, first of all, everybody's different. Everybody's different. So what works for the last one may not work for me, and what worked for my last one may not work for him. So
Mhm.
first things first, it's like you got to take time to figure out who you dealing with too. Like,
Yeah.
some shit is universal, but and it's like I've heard guys say that they don't really like getting head because, but it turns out it's because the chicks that they were getting it from were trash at it. Like, it was uncomfortable because they didn't know what they were doing. So it's stress. You know what,
You
Haiti? I'm gonna talk to
stupid.
you. That comment right there just
You're so stupid. I swear. Yo, he's
but no.
the IG live troll. Like he never disappoints. Johnny never disappoints in the comments. I tell you.
But yeah, it's just like knowing who you were dealing with, and let's be real, everybody can't do everything when it comes to sex. Like,
Hmm.
point blank period. Like, for the longest, oh, I'm putting myself out there. I'm grown now. We some kids later in. But when I first started having sex, I dreaded getting on top because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Hmm.
And I mean, as time went on, I mean, like, yeah, you gotta practice. You know what I'm saying? And so as time
Hmm.
went on, it became like, oh shit, this is what I like, actually, because it gives
Hmm.
me more control.
Yeah.
Like, but some people, they either don't know or they don't want to admit what they cannot do.
Yeah. They want to make it seem like they know everything.
Yep.
So,
And it's not true. It's
I
not.
was before I got on the live, I was actually reading an entire thread on Twitter about women that can't orgasm from penetration.
Yep. Yep.
And there were a lot of women were saying like that they don't, that they can't. And I'm like, holy shit, like it is difficult
Yeah.
for most women because women they don't orgasm from penetration. They actually orgasm from clitoral stimulation.
Yep.
But you do, it is possible because some women would say, no, it's impossible. It's not impossible. Of
Oh
course
no.
not. Like, hell
It,
no.
it's
I know I've
possible.
definitely experienced it, but it actually took me a long time to
Yeah.
actually be able to. Yeah, it took me a long
And
time
it
to
it
actually be able
it
to because
pro-
it's all about like,
it
it's
took somebody who
mental
can
and
do it too, though.
yeah, sex is
And
very
that's
mental
saying.
too. Yeah. So it took
Like,
me like a level of like being with someone and the comfortable level and just
mm,
being able to really focus and then really, that person really wanting to know your body because
yeah.
a motherfucker who know your body is a dangerous,
Davis. Oh my God.
dangerous man.
Mm. Like, I talked the most shit. I think somebody sent it to me actually. And it was like a TikTok, and she like on Facebook, social media, blah blah blah. It's, I don't need no motherfucker, I ain't blah 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 blah. And then after, he put his shit down, and she had like a whole bunch of bags, like, okay, you wanted pancakes, right? Okay, I got the
Oh,
butter.
are you
Yeah,
talking about Mona? You
I
talking
think
about
it
Mona
was.
from Don't Call Me White Girl? Yeah, she was coming
And
to the
then,
car and
hey,
she
hey,
had the
hey,
bag.
she like, hey, no, I got this. You ain't got to cash out me nothing.
Hmm.
I said that, like, that's yeah.
Yeah. we
That's
expect
that.
our partners to automatically know what we like and how to please them and us without communication. That's crazy. We gotta talk about our likes
That,
and this likes, y'all. Yo,
that.
that's how when I'm talking to like a new guy and I know I'm already like, I'm sexually attracted, like I wanna take it
Hmm.
there. Like I put it on the table. Like, listen, I like this, and that. I want to know what you like too, because I'm a big pleaser. So I want to know
Yeah.
what you like, so I'm able to reciprocate that whatever you give me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's important, because imagine just going in blind and you don't know what that person like, that person don't know what you like, then you mad at them because you couldn't come. Like,
But it ain't,
where's
and
the
it's like
communication?
I said, knowing who you dealing with, and it was so funny because that same one I was talking about, that first one, that first date or whatever, that
Mm-hmm.
never went nowhere after that, that didn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I actually discovered with that person some shit that I didn't even know I liked. But he started doing some shit, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm
Yeah.
with this shit. And now, like, if anybody else tried and didn't do it that way, I would probably be sitting there like, the fuck is this? Like, and I think we get impatient sometimes too. This today we're all about instant gratification.
Yeah.
So we get impatient and we don't want to teach, but no, that's absolutely right. Like, how is somebody supposed to know? How are they
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't, this is my first time being with you. How I'm supposed to know? Like, yeah, we can try things, and as long as you're open, again, hey, I'm a communicator at any time.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as it's open and it's like, all right, nah, not that. But it's no like hard feelings, because we both know, like, all right, this is new for both of us with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
talk me through it. I'm gonna talk you through it. If we already here, might as well just
Might
finish.
as well.
Yep.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, Kim. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm guilty of like not wanting to be like the person to really teach a man. And I'm not saying teach him how to please me. I mean like just teach him how to do certain things. Like I just don't. I don't know. I
It's
don't.
time.
I lack the like.
It's time because look,
I
like you
lack the whole
said, I
patience of
think-
like.
and I think
Hmm.
it's like, how the fuck don't you know this? But guess what, Haiti? Because he may have never came encounter with somebody that wanted it like that, or that did stuff like that, or that wanted stuff done like that.
Hmm.
I feel you, because at the same time, like, I can be super impatient. I'll be like, I'm not gonna do this. But again, it goes back to, it depends on who it is.
Hmm.
Depends, like, if I'm really feeling you, I'm probably more likely to take that time out and try some shit,
Yeah.
some shit, whatever. And yeah, people do judge a lot.
Like, how do you deal with a guy that like a guy that comes fast? Like, how do you get around that? How can you really like? And let's say you give it a few shots. Like, how do you go around this man being like a 2, 3 minute man? I
So,
mean, kudos to my coochie, but like, damn.
and I was gonna say, so I don't think so. When did that, the last time that happened? It was just kind of like, I actually tried to teach somebody, and that was fucking exhausting. It was like a whole, like you said, it's mental almost.
Yeah.
And we was literally trying to work through that shit. Like, all right, look, don't don't touch me. Just let me touch. Focus on what I'm saying to you. Like, literally had to go through. It didn't last that long, but like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you get around that? Like,
look,
even if you like the guy, like, how do you get, like, how are you able to get around that?
I don't know,
Because
because
then I kind of feel like I gotta, like, hold back.
and
You know
because
what I mean?
I'm not gonna be ready in 2-3 minutes. Period. Like, I don't care what we doing. I'm not gonna be ready in 2-3 minutes, and then that's probably gonna cause some friction, because at that point I'm gonna get an attitude because I ain't get mine. So
Yeah.
now we got and I get an attitude when I don't get mine. So I don't even like. That's a tricky
Selfish.
question.
That's selfish.
I mean, but let's be clear. What's the point of sex?
No, not you. I'm saying like that's just selfish of them to get
Like,
there.
yeah,
Not even
that's what I'm
like
saying.
even if you got
Like,
yours, at least do something so I could get
do right,
mine. Like
like,
damn.
on this back or something. Like, you got
Hmm.
to be some. Look, I've been ignorant enough where I pulled out some shit from my drawer and finished while you.
While you just there trying to recover, while he there
I'm
lifeless
get
and
mine.
soulless.
I ain't got time. I'm gonna get. I need. Mm-mm. Like, and that's
Yeah.
why, because I get like, I'm actually like a super sweet person, but I can get very like, I have a mean streak at times.
I
I'm
hear
a
you.
little, I'm
Same.
a little bit spoiled. Like, so I mean, it was hard. Like, I tried, so I can't even answer how to deal with it because I don't know. Like, I
Yeah.
tried, and that was all I could do was try. I don't know where to go with it from that.
It's true. It's true. I feel like I'm spoiled too. Like someone spoils me and I'm just like I have a standard,
Mm.
like it's messed up because you start off with a new guy and they don't even know about this expectation that you already have set in your mind. Like you want it to be a certain way and it sucks, but it's
And I
like,
mean,
ew.
is it messed up though? Because
It
we
is
have
because they
to have
don't
standards.
know.
I mean, here's
They
the
don't
thing.
know that if they don't meet that standard, it ain't gonna work out.
But I mean, they gotta know it's some level of standard though. But you know what? Nope, I take that back. I take it back. You're right. Because I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Not every woman, men too, have standards. Like
Hmm.
literally, some people just go for whatever.
Yeah.
Um, they go for whatever. Sam and I had this conversation. Some people are at the point where they are literally fucking with people that they know are fucking around on them or whatever, just to
Hmm.
say they have somebody, a piece of
Oh
somebody.
yeah. Hmm.
Even if it's not like, hey, so what? Your man is my man and her man too on the weekends. Like,
But that's my I have something to
right. I have
call.
something.
Hmm.
And I mean, for some people, it works for them because they may not, that may be what they actually want, somebody that they don't have to be bothered with all the time. But then you have the people out here who are legit, like looking for something, looking for love or whatever. And they're accepting that just because they have a piece, just because they don't want to start over, just to say, yeah, I got somebody. Well, shit, does it matter? Because she got them too. And I heard that one might have them too.
Hmm.
Like, I'm stingy. I'm not sharing with that shit. I'm not.
I'm not a stingy person. I'm very like open-minded when it comes to that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I feel like, and this is just for me, I feel like it's unrealistic to think that like I'm gonna just be the only person that this man is gonna be into,
Hey,
and I don't know if that just comes from jadedness and like because it really doesn't bother me. It really doesn't
yeah,
bother me if
it's kind of
like
an acceptance thing.
yeah.
And it's, I think again, it's for
I
it.
have Johnny. I was in a relationship with one for five
But
years.
look, you
Y'all
heard me
crazy.
scream A. That's because, so not only did I date one, I was engaged to one, was with him for almost 10 years, and had 3 kids by the motherfucker.
They're crazy, right?
As fuck.
They're crazy.
As fuck. I will never do it again. Like, I go off Zodiacs. I have fun with Zodiac and shit. I don't typically like, you know what I'm saying? Go like, oh, that right there. I will never again again fuck with a Virgo. My parents were
Shout
Virgo.
out to Alicia. She's in here. I love you, boo. She a Virgo.
My parents are Virgos. Okay, the my ex's birthday was actually the day before my dad's,
Hmm.
but never a fucking again, ever. Not doing it. And I'm a Gemini too.
I was gonna
See,
say Kim of Gemini too.
yes, never a dull fucking moment. Never a dull
That's a
moment.
fact. That's a fact. All right, so let me get into the story real quick because this is a story that I came across on my favorite app, motherfucking Twitter. Okay, this shit was crazy. What's up, Lexi? Let me just read this to you real quick because I screenshotted it. I got the story. So, okay, so this was a woman that married, married her man. She said he was wonderful, great protector, great man overall, right? She married a wonderful man. But this is the story. And she writes, my marriage was so beautiful and full of love. My husband literally worshiped me. I don't know if anyone is ever going to love me like he did, but this one lie I can't forgive. I filed for divorce today. I found out today that he has three grown up girls. 3, never told me he was married and divorced. Yes, he's divorced, but still doesn't change anything. I married a single loving man. I won't settle for less. I love him so much. I appreciate all the love you showed me. You showed me a different version of love. I appreciate, but I can't settle for a tiny lie. I can't forget. I don't owe anyone an explanation. Don't ever lie about your age for any reason. So, after 9 months of being married to this man, she finds out that not only has he been married, he's divorced, but he has 3 grown up daughters. And she immediately filed for divorce. She says that she can't deal with that. What do you think?
Here's the thing. I am
Right.
every bit of, especially if he is ever saying that he is. Okay. It ain't a whole lot out here. Let's just be real. And if he is everything that she is saying he is, that shit will be so hard because I am a person like, all right, look, let's try to fix it. Like, what can we do? However,
Mm-hmm.
the lying, I can't get with the lying. I tell any and everybody that I rock with, just don't fucking lie to me. I know it seems like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Don't lie to me because if you lie to me, I can't trust you. Period. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
gonna look at you with the side eye. Um, I understand that shit happens, but lying is one of the things that I cannot tolerate. Haiti, when I tell you, I almost walked away from somebody that I love with my whole heart over something that we had to kind of, I won't say argue because we didn't argue, but we discussed it. And in his
Mm-hmm.
mind, it wasn't a lie for real. But I had to explain to him from my standpoint, omission of truth is still a lie. Okay.
Yeah.
I tried to walk clean the fuck away. Like it was bad. And it's just that that person was like, all right, like own the shit. So I was like, but and it was still a little rocky after that.
Mm-hmm.
But that lying, like why the fuck did you lie? And how you lied about a whole marriage, a whole divorce, and 3 whole
And
ass
3,
kids.
yo, my thing is like, how did he, like, that's just crazy. Like, how did he get this off, right? Because they got married,
Like that's when
which means that
nobody know what.
family, yeah, which means that family is present. Like, unless they had like a secret wedding
Right.
or some
Let's
shit,
see
which
no
there's no,
pictures.
like, there's no more like really like context to the story. But my whole thing is like, you guys actually got married, so
Right.
you were around family. Where were his daughters? Are they not
That,
around? Like, what?
and you see what Lexi says. She's like, so he never had pictures in the house.
Pictures, right?
And
The
it's
kids
like, so
weren't at
now
the
I'm looking
thing,
at you
right?
like, what type of like if I turn my camera around right now, I'm not. But if I turn my camera around right now, it's a whole wall with nothing but my kids on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so now I'm sitting up here like, what type of person are you? Like, do you not have a relationship with these grown ass kids? And then if you don't, why? So now it's more questions leading to more questions leading to more questions.
Daughters were an idol.
I'm like
Sack of potatoes.
this shit is, man. Like, nah, it's the whole fact that if I can't trust you with something like that, why the fuck would I be able to trust you with anything else? So it's the lie.
No,
It's
yeah, it's and then she said that she would have accepted him. She would have accepted the fact that he was a divorced man with 3 grown ass daughters. So why, like, I don't want to say I understand, but I kind of understand how sometimes you don't want to lose something and you tend to just like with a white lie or not say certain things, but that's a huge like part of your life. And
and
if I'm marrying you, like, your life is my life is your life. Why would you, we're sharing lives
I,
now. Why would you not tell me about your daughters?
and then on top of that though too, like at this point
Yo,
it's just,
pictures in the wallet, mad old school.
right. Like I saw that. Like
OG.
my pictures on my phone. But it's just like, let's be clear. Like I understand that you may have felt like you were going to lose me, but did you think that I was never going to find out? Like, so
Yeah.
now my mind, everything that we built was a lie. Like everything, like yeah, how we supposed to build a
What you
castle
do?
on weak soil? Like
Mm-hmm.
this shit is a lie. Like we started out on a lie. So I'm always gonna look at you with the side eye. I'm always like, I'm not gonna believe a thing you say because you literally started out. You lied to keep me. So then another question I have is, I wasn't worth the truth.
Yeah.
Like you didn't think enough of me, that I was enough of a person for you to come to me and be honest. Like now
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole that lion shit. I got PTSD with that, real talk. And at this point, it's just opened
That's
up
how I
a
felt
whole lot
too.
of shit.
That's how I felt too when I read it. I'm like, girl, I was dealing with somebody for 9 months before I found out that he had a wife. Like, oh, so I felt that
Oh
shit. I was like,
shit. See?
oh my God, you know
See?
what I mean? So
Have you ever
yeah,
lied
and
about
it's
your body before? No.
who even asked that? Not that question, Johnny, but what man would ask a woman that question? Like, what's your
The
body
ones he
count?
was
How many?
the ones he was talking about earlier that's insecure as fuck.
Mm-hmm. No, Johnny, I'm a serial killer.
I had a guy tell me, like, I don't give a shit. I don't care because as long as you clean, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happened in your
That's
past.
what matters.
Like he was like, what matters is from this day moving forward. As
That's
long as
what should
you're good, you're
matter.
clean. Man, look. That
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, not that body count shit. Exactly.
Like that shit is
Yo,
so
Johnny, who?
stupid to me.
No, seriously, who asked that question? Like, that's an immediate turn off for me. If you ask me how many bodies I have, like, it's over. Hey, what's up? It's like I'm not fucking with you. Like, why is that your concern? You should only worried about what happens from here on.
Only thing
Here,
you can
moving
ask me
forward.
about my sexual history is, hey, you're good, right? Literally. That's the only thing that you should be concerned about is, am I carrying anything from them motherfuckers back there to you? That's
Right.
that's the only thing that I am accepting of, like, hey, we good, right? Like I ain't gonna leave with nothing I didn't come with, right? That's it.
Yo, Johnny is coming for the Virgos from the Aries tonight. I'm glad that he gave Pisces a break though, because he be coming for us. So I'm glad that he gave us a break.
Katie,
He's still
I
asking
talk
about how many bodies
about
they have. Exactly.
y'all Pisces, man. Y'all something different.
Why? Why you say that? Listen,
So
don't the men don't think about the men.
no.
Think about the
I've
women.
never dated a Pisces man. My oldest daughter is a
Hmm.
Pisces.
Okay.
And my my children's sister's mother is a Pisces as well. Virgos, I already touched on the Virgos, man. Like
Yup.
like I don't
If
think I
you want, let me tell you something. Virgos are dope people as friends, right? I have a friend. She's a Virgo. Shout out to Ray. Dope as fuck. They're great. They're like the mothers of like the friendship circle. They'll plan shit. They'll make shit happen. Like make sure everything is together. All of that shit. They're just crazy. It's crazy.
like I said, my mother is an August Virgo. My dad was a September Virgo.
It's
And
the September one.
it is ironic as hell, but like the same people that raised me, that brought me up in this world, and that one person came around and fucked it up for everybody. Like I'm literally surrounded. A whole bunch of my family are Virgos, and I'm like, y'all are fucking crazy. I'm not doing this shit. And so now, like, yeah, I can't even lie. I let an ex take me from a whole zodiac sign. I'm sorry. Like I said, my mom is one of my favorite. Me and my mom have a wonderful
We got too many
relationship.
Virgos in here. They coming in,
And
girl.
that's fine. But mom, like I said, my dad passed, so but we had a great relationship. My mom is a Virgo. We have a wonderful relationship. I love my mama, but I will never date another one.
No,
I,
man.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Sag,
I'm telling you.
I fuck with Sag is heavy too. I fuck with
Yeah. Yes, Sag are dope too.
yes.
So yeah, so back to the whole like I don't know. I I think she did the right thing. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
the men nowadays ain't much out there to pick from, but um, she, you know, she want to stand her ground. She want to decide that that's something that she don't decide. She don't have to. A lie is a lie, and if she can't live with it, she can't move past it. Then she has every right to be like, terminate the
Yeah.
marriage.
She can't trust him now.
She can't trust them, and once the trust is gone, it's so difficult to gain back. It's never.
it is hard. And yes, I have cut off signs. And Sam, I done told you, screw y'all too. Screw screw y'all Libra.
Libras be lying like a motherfucker. They all bisexual.
Man, look.
What? What? Yo, Johnny be killing me. What?
Look, okay. I'm gonna
Where
say
did
this.
that come from?
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm up off the zodiac signs. I'm gonna leave it alone. I done said what I said. As far as, you know, hey, it ain't no secret. Sam is one of my favorite
I'm like,
people.
I got my shit right here. Don't play with me.
Sam
All on the signs.
Sam is one of my favorite people, but man, look, that Libra right there, that might be a motherfucker that got me. Like, I can't mess with Libras either.
I'm gonna just name two Libras, and that's gonna be enough. Neo and Nick Cannon. Enough.
Oh shit! Nope. See?
Enough.
See? Nope.
I said enough with that.
And look, and I'm off. I'm off.
All right.
I'm off.
All right. So I have one question that was submitted by a viewer. Oh my God, you ready for this one, girl? This one is funny as hell. All right. So anonymous. She asked, would you date a guy with bad teeth? Would you fuck a guy with bad teeth and not kiss him? LOL. How important are teeth in your search for someone to date? What if he checks off all the boxes and he's a 10, he's romantic as fuck, has money, but he's just definitely afraid of dentists and toothbrushes, so his mouth is crazy.
He ain't no 10.
Would you be able?
No 10.
Would you be able to overlook it for all of the other good qualities?
So look, I need braces. Okay, I need braces. But let me tell you this much: my breath don't stink. My teeth ain't yellow. You know what I'm saying? Like, dental hygiene is, because
Lexi. I can.
Like, I'm looking at smiles and shit. Oh, yep. That's one of the first things I was always look from the bottom up, but that smile is gonna catch me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir, what the fuck is wrong with your teeth? And then if your teeth are like that means your breath stink too. I like to kiss too much for that. And who coochie you think you finna put your mouth on with that shit?
Right, because that's not happening.
Nope.
I just
can't do it.
Possible STIs. Right.
Yep.
Yo, it's true. I look at teeth. I look at footwear.
Yes.
And I look at hands.
Yes.
I look at hands, fingernails. Like, make sure your shits is clean. You know, because you ain't about to give me.
Nope. It's too easy.
Shit. Like, nah. Nah. We can't do that. It sounds like she just might be a bit like confused. She don't know whether to.
I'm sorry. I can't rate you a 10 if your teeth. We too grown.
Yeah.
We're too grown for our teeth to be, like I said, I'm not shading nobody because, hey, I need braces. Okay. But we too grown to be walking around with halitosis and shit growing out our mouth and all that shit. It's a whole different life form and species growing on the roof of your mouth. We can't, because you can't put that mouth on me at any time, any part of me. And that shit ain't gonna work.
White toes, Sam. White toes. Lexi, when I always have white toes, right? We spoke about this. Lexi always says that I got white out toes because she calls it white out. When you have white toes.
Sam, stop talking about people's feet before I put you on blast. Shut up.
Oh. You said you got the LeBrons.
Nah,
yeah.
Lexi, don't do that. Don't be like that.
Yes, she hates it. I'm telling you, she gets on me all the time. Listen, I love it. It's so simple. It goes with everything.
Easy, yes. And I remember back before I like started getting white toes, which was just like last year, maybe year
Mm-hmm.
before last. I would get all the colors and I'll be trying to match them up with my nails and
Yeah,
stuff.
because you gotta match them.
Yeah, and
White
some
goes with everything. No
white,
matter what you do on your hands, white toes go with everything.
and I swear, like it just looks so fucking sexy to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like I'm not into women's feet. I'm not, but like when I see a woman with some pretty feet and white toes, I'm like, come the fuck on. Yes. Yeah. Like the shit
Some
is
nice
sexy.
shoes on, nice
Yeah.
sandals.
Yes. All that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they stay white. They say I go in the nail shop all the time. The same one that's already on there. Just take it off and do it again.
I'm getting y'all liquid paper for Christmas. Fuck you, Lex. She stay coming for me with my white toes.
I'm with you. I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad at you. I'm not mad.
But yeah, so to the anonymous question asker, listen, girl, if you can't seem to get past it, clearly we can't. If you can't seem to get past it, like just
I think
sorry.
the fact that
Like,
she had to ask that question just kind of lets you know where she's at with it. She's
yeah.
trying to get some type of justification to bypass it, to overlook it. But if it's bothering you enough that you're going to, and I ain't, like, again, I ain't knocking nobody, I ain't shading nobody. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's bothering you enough that you're going to, like, post questions or it's bothering you,
It's
it's
enough.
bothering,
It's
yeah,
enough to know.
just
Yeah.
overlook it.
I agree though. We can agree on that. I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
Because
not
I'm
a,
just gonna connect it with bad breath and I'm gonna think bad breath on my coochie. Like
oh my, you
it's
too
a
close,
no for me,
right?
dog.
Like, just made my mouth hurt just thinking about it.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's a big ass no for me. Mm-mm.
Well, we've reached the end of the show, Kim. Thank you so much again for joining me for being on Bad Decisions with your girl.
Absolutely,
As
absolutely.
always, next time we gonna bring now it's gonna be me and Sam next time. Me and you, Sam. We at it.
Ooh, shit.
We got some shit to get into.
Ooh,
But
shit.
make sure you guys follow Kim. Make sure you guys follow Sam. You see him there in the comments. The Beard and White Toes podcast. Make sure you guys follow them, subscribe, all that good shit. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I won't be here next Friday because, of course, day after Thanksgiving, probably be stuffed in a coma. Thanks to all the Thanksgiving food. But I wish you guys all happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Eat, have fun, be safe, drink responsibly, fuck disrespectfully, of course, as always. This is your girl, Haiti Baby. Kim, thank you so much, boo, for joining me. See you
Absolutely.
guys on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.